I remember the lady came up and she was like, the airplane's like gonna be leaving the dock soon, like you have to get on. So we hugged and we kissed and we said goodbye, and I turned around when I was on the ramp heading into the airport, or into the airplane, and I turned around and the last thing I saw was the door, like this huge white door was closing, and I remember seeing half of his face just standing there like looking, and that's the last time that I saw him. So Justin and I were dating when we were in high school. We dated when I was a freshman and he was a senior, and that's where we met, was high school. His parents and I went down to North Carolina. I want to say we were down there for like 5 days before he left, and we went down, we flew down together, and we just hung out with him, and we went to like restaurants, and it was so much fun. Like, I kept saying how much I loved Fayetteville, North Carolina, which is where Fort Bragg's located. And I just kept saying I loved it so much, and Justin was like, I hate it here. I can't believe that you love it. Like, Fayetteville's terrible. But I think it was the fact that he was there, and we had so much fun. And when we got upstairs after we like checked in, that's when I just like lost it. Like, and I went into the bathroom at first, and I was just like, oh, I just have to go to the bathroom. And I just started bawling, and I didn't want him to know, like, I was so upset. And so, like, then I come back out, and obviously they could tell that I'd been crying. So he just, like, was trying to calm me down. But that's pretty much how we spent the remainder of our time in the airport, was just, like, trying not to cry. All the time. We were on the phone constantly, and I remember going from Stoke, and like there was a group of like 8 or 10 girls, and we would always go to dinner and lunch and that kind of thing together. And I remember so many nights where it was like 6:30 and Justin would call, and I just would go to dinner, and everyone knew it was like a drill. They were like, oh, Justin called, and I would just go in my room and they would go to dinner, and I'd figure out dinner stuff later. And the last couple months that I talked to him, he was just run down. He wanted to come home so bad, and he just sounded exhausted, and he.
I was trying to be honest before I went to bed, but pretty sure you're at the gym and you probably don't have your phone with you. So, this sucks, but don't be upset because I promise I'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright. I love you, baby. I miss you. I love you, baby. Bye.
I was actually in my dorm room writing a paper when Rhonda called me, and I was in constant. We were always calling each other, and I almost didn't answer it because I was writing this paper and I just wanted to get it done. And I picked it up, and I could tell she was crying, and she was hysterical. Like, she was just, as soon as I picked up, she just went into like hysterics. Can't even describe like what I was thinking when I found out. Like, it was just, we had like so many plans together, and it's just like everything just like in like 2 seconds was just gone. My dad never cries. He never cries, and I just started crying, and he started crying, and it was just, it's something that now we share, but it was just like so terrible. I don't think that it ever really has sunk in. There are days now, 2.5 years later, where I just still, it just sideswipes you and you just like can't believe what's happened.